Let's begin. Success is built in silence. Many people want visibility without development. They want the stage without rehearsal. Most people want influence without discipline. They want money without skill. Some people want results without structure. But here is the truth. The future is built in private before it appears in public. Okay? The future is built in private before it appears in public. Look at an athlete. You see the trophy, you see the applause, but you don't see the 5 a.m. training. You don't see the diet discipline, and you don't see the sacrifice he or she may have made before the trophy. Okay? So the difference between average and exceptional is hidden discipline. Hidden discipline. That's the difference between average and exceptional. Hidden discipline. Let me say this clearly. Your daily habits are voting for your future. Your daily habits are voting for your future. If you waste 3 hours every day scrolling, you are voting for mediocrity. Okay? If you read 20 pages daily, you are voting for growth. And if you practice your craft daily, you are voting for mastery. Nobody drifts into greatness. Greatness is intentional. Greatness is intentional. Ask yourself tonight, what am I building daily? What am I building daily? What habits? What habits are shaping me? What does my routine say about my destiny? These are very important questions you have to ask yourself and answer it honestly, because routine reveals direction. Let's be sincere right now. Consistency is boring. It is not dramatic. It is not emotional. It's repetitive. But repetition builds power. The gym is boring. Saving money is boring. Studying is boring. Practicing is boring. But boring done daily becomes extraordinary. Okay? Let me break this down. If you improve just 1% every day, in 1 year you will not be the same person. Small disciplines compounds. They compounds, okay? 30 minutes reading daily means 182 hours per year. You can see the difference. When you save a little daily, that is financial stability. You become financially stable. Practice a skill daily. You become an expertise. You become an expertise when you practice a skill daily. Most people quit because they want fast transformation. But transformation respects time. All right? Stop looking for motivation. Build systems. Build your systems. Motivation comes and goes. System remains. All right? If you rely on feelings, you will quit. If you rely on structure, you will win. Mark the difference now. If you rely on feelings, you will quit easily. But if you rely on structure, you will win. Let me give you a principle that separates leaders from followers. And that principle is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. And what do I mean by that? The ability to say, not now, all right? Not now to pleasure, not now to distraction, not now to comfort. The person who can delay pleasure can accelerate progress. Think about it. While others are watching movies all night, you are studying. While others are spending everything, you are investing. And while others are talking, you are building. Discipline hurts now, regrets hurts later. All right? So choose your pain. Temporal discomfort or permanent regret, which one do you choose? Do you choose temporal discomfort or permanent regret? I will advise you to choose temporal discomfort and have your and not regret in your future, not regret maybe later or much later. Let me say this clearly. The future self is watching you right now. Your future is watching you right now. Why he thank you or blame you? Will he thank you or will he blame you? You don't achieve first and become later. You become first and achieve later. Okay? If you want to be wealthy, start thinking like someone responsible with money. Start thinking like someone responsible with money. And if you want to be respected, start acting with integrity. If you need respect, begin to act with integrity. Okay? It's as simple as that. And if you want to be strong, start training your body. You want to be strong, start training your body. Your identity shapes your action. Just say this with me now. I act based on who I believe I am. I act based on who I believe I am. If you see yourself as lazy, you will behave lazily. If you see yourself as disciplined, you will behave accordingly. Change identity, behavior follows. Okay? When you change your identity, your behavior will follow too. Stop saying, I am trying to be disciplined. Say, I am becoming disciplined. Your language programs your mind. Your language programs your mind. So now I want to talk about handling failure without quitting. How do you handle failure without quitting? Let's talk about failure now. Failure is not opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Okay? Every successful person failed more than you know. The difference, they didn't stop. Failure is feedback. If something didn't work, adjust. Don't abandon the vision. Most people quit at the point of discomfort, but discomfort is the classroom of growth. Discomfort is the classroom of growth. Okay? When you feel stretched, you are expanding. When you feel challenged, you are improving. When you feel resistance, you are developing strength. The worst thing you can do is stop. The worst thing you can do to yourself is to stop. Momentum is powerful. Protect it. Don't stop when you're stretched or when things are difficult. Don't stop. Continue. When you persist, you will surely conquer. Okay? Even if you move slowly, continue to move. Even if you crawl, continue crawling. Keep crawling forward. Don't don't go backward. That's the rule. Don't go backward. Continue to crawl forward. Okay? So this is how champions think. Here is how champions think. They think long term, not 1 month, not 3 months, not 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. That's how they think. That's how champions think. If you think short term, you chase comfort. If you think long term, you build legacy. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in the next 5 or 6 years? Now ask, what must I start doing daily to get there? That's the next question. What must I start doing to get there? The future is not created in a moment. It is created in minutes. Okay? This minutes matters. Tonight matters. Tomorrow morning matters. Start small, but start serious. Start small, but start serious. Okay? You don't need more inspiration. You need more discipline. You don't need more prophecy. You need more practice. You don't need more motivation. All you need is consistency. Your future is not waiting. It is responding to what you do daily. All right? Become the person, then the result will follow. This is your season of becoming. I'm going to pause here for you to digest this one while I come back. Okay? So, if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about, put it in the comment section. I am here with you. God bless you.